Welcome back to the 50 State Cold Case Spotlight. Today we are in South Dakota for day 5, our last day in South Dakota, and today I will be spotlighting the case of Wilson Edison Black Elk Jr. and Ronald Owen Hardheart. On Tuesday, June 8, 1999, the remains of Wilson and Ronald were discovered on Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, several hundred yards north of the Nebraska-South Dakota border near White Clay, Nebraska. Wilson and Ronald were last seen on the main road to Pine Ridge, South Dakota from Whiteland, Nebraska on Sunday, June 6, 1999. That they were both walking home from White Clay, Nebraska, where they had bought some beer. As they were heading back home, they were attacked. Initially, investigators believed that both men died of blunt force trauma. The FBI then updated the results and said that both men were killed by multiple blows to the head with blunt force objects. Wilson suffered traumatic injuries to the neck and right temple, including a skull fracture, a fractured sternum, and multiple rib fractures. Ronald had also suffered a skull fracture to the right side of his head and injuries to his left shoulder. These injuries indicate that they were both likely attacked with an object like a bat or a board. There were several suspects early on in the investigation who refused to cooperate, and because of that, they have not been ruled out. 3 to 4 of these suspects were in White Clay on the night that Ronald and Wilson were last seen alive. Those suspects also have records with prior violence. The same night that Ronald and Wilson were attacked, there was an attempted break-in at the White Clay store that involved 2 of the suspects. Investigators wonder if those are also the ones who attacked and murdered Wilson and Ronald. Many rumors have swirled throughout the community in their case. There are reports that family members have become impatient with federal investigators, and there are accusations that the sheriff's deputy from the border of Nebraska counties are at least partly involved in their murders. Tom Poorbear, Wilson's half-brother, feels like their cases should have been more of a priority and they should have gone to a grand jury by now. Edward Hardheart, Ronald's brother, told reporters, quote, "All I want to do is have my brother rest in peace. Right now, his spirit is wandering around and he won't rest until we find out who killed him," unquote. The FBI is offering a reward up to $50,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the persons or persons responsible for the murders of Wilson and Ronald. If you have any information, you are urged to contact your local FBI office. Please keep sharing Wilson and Ronald's faces and case. Somebody knows what happened. They're just refusing to speak up. Thank you so much for taking the time to get to know Ronald and Wilson today. And don't forget, when you see those missing and murdered posts on social media, to hit like and share, because every time we share a face, we do get closer to solving a case. And I will see you guys back here next week as we head to Texas.